Why you should root for every League of Legends team coming into Worlds 2025. If you like dynasties that have never quite materialized, maybe you're an Aaron Rodgers fan or a Bills fan, I'd root for Gen.G. They're basically the dynasties that yet to be, that's almost gotten there, but falling short of the finish line every time. If you like underdog stories, I'd root for KT. I think they're probably the biggest underdogs coming from an Eastern region, and I think they have that vibe that they could potentially win it all, right? Their mid laner is insanely good. They're kind of like DRX 2022. The only issue with KT is that their mid laner and kind of their jungler are their only good positions right now, so it's a bit rough. If you're from Brazil, you should root for Vivocade Stars. You don't really have any other options. Be patriotic, man. Root for Vivocade. If you like the feeling of disappointment when your team chokes, I'd root for Top Esports because that's all they're going to do this World Championship. I know it, you know it, everyone knows it. If you're a fan of developing players who are on the track to greatness, I'd root for the Flying Oysters. Honestly, their mid laner is one of the best players I've ever seen, and he's only getting better. If you're an Evil Geniuses fan or you're Spanish, I'd root for Mad Lions Koi. Otherwise, I don't really think there's a reason to root for them. Jojo Pion's cool, but not my cup of tea. If you think Zeus got screwed over by T1, root for Hanwha Life. If you think Viper deserves to win Worlds, root for Hanwha Life. This team is so close to winning Worlds, but there's just this aura about them that they're not going to do it. I don't know. I think if you're Chinese or you like the LPL, you should root for BLG. This team is easily one of the most fun teams in the world to watch. They have Knight. They feel primed to win this world championship, and they really need to clutch this out if we want Faker to not be the only mid laner in the world who has any sort of title once this is all said and done and League of Legends is put in the dirt. If you like the environment, you like North America, or you like Busio and Masu's tweets, I think you should root for FlyQuest. They're a really fun team. They're who I'm going to be rooting for personally. If you like choking, but this time in the West instead of the East, root for 100 Thieves, because that's all they're going to be doing. That's all they ever do when the stakes are high. If you like bringing up the fact that you're the Season 1 World Champions and you won't shut up about it, root for Fnatic. Other than that, you're either a Fnatic fan or you're not a Fnatic fan. No one becomes a Fnatic fan suddenly. If you like that feeling of disappointment, root for Team Secret Whales, because I just don't believe in them. I'm sorry. If you like watching some of the top level jungle play in the entire world, root for AL. Their jungler is by far their best player. I think that their entire team is really clean macro-wise. I think this team is really Tarzan, who's the superstar, and a bunch of supporting cast to enable him to carry. Root for PSG Talon if you're a Maple fan. Other than that, why would you root for PSG? They're fun, but I think Flying Oysters has kind of taken over that PSG mantle of, oh my god, this is a non-major region team that can actually do it. You know what I mean? Finally, root for G2 if you think Europe can actually do it. You know what? I have respect for you. Have faith, brother.